Hey Libra, happy March 2018. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. I'm going to add a little more energy to the cards before we get started, and then we'll get moving. So this read is for singles and anybody looking to reconcile, but again, mainly for singles, just because those are people who ask me questions, who comment, who request private reads, etc. So I feel like that's probably the majority of the people who are watching, following, etc. So any likes, subscribes, comments are always greatly appreciated. It's always nice to know, you know, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of, etc. So, general read. Check your sun, moon, and rising. As some months, those may resonate with you more than others. Again, this is general. I hope it resonates for majority of you, but sometimes you need a little added clarity, and checking your other signs will give you that. All right, I'm moving a little faster. I'm keeping the reads to 20 to 30 minutes, just because it enables me to get out everybody's signs on time, if I can keep them at a shorter amount of time. Again, this is for Libra, March 2018. Let me pull your theme of the month card, and we'll get started here. Like I said, any likes, subscribes, comments, greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information's in the description below. And there is your theme of the month card that just popped out. You have the 10 of Wands. This is about responsibility. This is sometimes can be burdened. So Libra, some of you may be coming into the month feeling like you're carrying heavy weight on your shoulders. The 10 of Wands is somebody who's very powerful though, and who is ready for things to move into a completion stage. So if you're single, this definitely says, very similar to Gemini this month, right off the bat, because they got a similar card, not this one, but it was also about completion. So if you're single, you're tired of being single. If you've been dating. If you haven't been dating, your completion is moving into the dating world, how you're going to do that, how you're going to go about doing that. Are you going to online date? Are you going to go to meetup groups, speed dating, etc.? The 10 of Wands is saying, though, you're feeling a little burdened by it. So majority of you, I'm feeling like you've put the effort into it. You've put the time into dating. You're looking for, you know, your other half, if that's what you want, depending on what you're looking for. And you feel like you've put all that energy into dating and out into the universe, and it's just not happening. And you're like, what is going on? Like, now this is almost feeling like, you know, a task instead of something I'm really looking for. Like the end goal was something special to you, and now you're feeling like maybe it's overcome by just the lack thereof of feeling inspired by meeting anybody positive or somebody you think that would be a good fit for you. If you're looking to reconcile, there's definitely some sort of responsibility bearing down on you. Either you were the party who, you know, maybe caused some problems, unfaithful, but it may be the opposite. So there is some sort of responsibility here that you're feeling like maybe if you had done things differently, or maybe you should reach out to them again. Not necessarily that you did anything wrong or that you guys cheated or whatnot, but for some of you that is true. And I'm sure I'm going to get people who are like, no, you know, I would never do that. Again, it's general, but the 10 of Wands, you're definitely feeling some sort of agony over something. It could even just be, maybe it was petty drama and you ended it, and now you're going, you know, now they won't talk to me. Now it could be reversed. It could be that this is bearing so hard on your heart because some of you don't know what happened. Some of you, the other person left or changed directions or met somebody else, and you're just feeling like you were left in the dark, and you're just not sure what else to do, but it's weighing heavily on you. So interestingly, for anybody looking to reconcile, this feels like very heavy on your heart right now. So for some of you, it may be very recent. The next card you have is your current position coming into March, and you have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is somebody who is very strong, bold, leader type quality. They also kind of know what they want, and they're not afraid to get it, but they're listening, they're paying attention, they're very calm, they're almost like a wise soul. So if you're single, I feel like you've been paying a lot of attention to the people you're meeting, and that's why you're feeling this lull, because the King can talk about manipulation too. So I feel like for some of you, you felt like, gosh, this dating world is crazy. Everybody says they want to meet, nobody's meeting. Everybody says that they want a good person, but they're not a good person. they say that they want somebody who's stable and this, that, and the other, and yet they're choosing the party girl or party guy. I feel like there's just a lot of irony here. Like you're feeling fed up. The King of Cups is not necessarily fed up. You're just fed up with the situation. You're feeling like you're coming into each individual, whether you're dating or whether you're just starting to date, whether you've been dating a few different people. I feel like you've been kind of, it's almost good, Libra. Like you've been watching the signs, and it's helped because you've been trusting your gut and your instinct, and you've just been meeting some crapshoot people. Just, you know, you'll meet somebody and you're like, wow, they seem amazing or too good to be true, and then they just are too good to be true, and you're kind of like, where are the genuine, you know, people? Now, it could be that you're talking to other friends, you're talking to family, you're trying to get, you know, more advice on how to do the dating, or are there other options, or is there anything else that could be more helpful? Because the King is somebody who's looking ahead at the future and being very calm about it, but you're getting tired of the same old, same old. You're like, I'm ready. Like, let's jumpstart this thing. If you're looking to reconcile, you're also paying attention. Now, this could be you guys going to counseling. It could be you going to counseling, or it could be you and your ex going to counseling. So this could be like a divorce or something that's very recent. Maybe it hasn't even been completed. The divorce hasn't been completed because you have this 10 of Wands. So for singles, like I said, it's more of a, I just want to be out of the dating pool already. But for you, it could be a divorce is on the horizon, or there is some sort of completion here and you've had to pay attention and listen. But the manipulation makes me feel like maybe they're manipulating the situation. So even though I said you're bearing some burden of responsibility as well, I feel like they're manipulating the situation to their best interest, almost making themselves look like, you know, the martyr, and you're the bad guy, and woe is me. The next card you have is anything you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the 3 of Pentacles, or 3 of Cups. Now this is coming together. This is enjoying people's company, meeting new people. This is teamwork, friendship, celebration, some sort of party. So very interesting. It feels like if you're single, you're wanting something to celebrate about. You're wanting to meet somebody that you can say, yay, I'm finally, like, I'm not on this damn dating website anymore. Like, we're going forward, we're moving on. And you're like waiting for it. So here you're envisioning what it would be like to meet this person, how you would feel. And for some of you, you've met a couple people and there is cause for celebration, but then it always seems to kind of like fall out. Now, on the opposite of that, it may be that you're finally meeting a few people, even though it's felt like there's been some sort of lull, but you've been able to weed through all the bullshit, and now maybe you've met somebody that can put you into that completion status of the 10 of Wands. Somebody that you are like internally celebrating, but you don't want to put the cart before the horse yet. So you're excited about it, but you're waiting to see how it plays out. So you're feeling like this, but you're being very calm on the exterior. So you're showing this type of face, but you're feeling like this on the inside. So that's good. I kind of like that. That makes me feel like there's a reason for some sort of celebratory dance. Maybe you're going, yes, I finally met somebody and I've paid attention and I watched the red flags and there just aren't any. And so you're feeling like this, but you're not quick. The Libras don't do anything with haste. Like, they just don't. 2 of the closest people in my life are Libras. And I'm not meaning to say this negatively at all, but one of them in particular moves kind of at her own pace, just kind of a steady pace, and she knows it and I know it. Like, I jump at scary movies when we watch them together, and she's very calm, cool, collected, and I say to her, I don't get it, and she's like, well, I don't know how that made you jump, I saw it coming. So maybe she's got one up on me. But at the same time, this is very typical of Libra, feeling the excitement, but it's not bubbling out over into, you know, your day-to-day life. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this says that like maybe you have been feeling bad about something. Again, Libra, I'm not blaming you, and people are going to blow up my email and say, he cheated or she cheated, and I'm not terrible, and I'm not saying you're terrible, but there's definitely something here you're feeling guilty about. Even if it's like they've contacted you twice because they did something like cheat, and you wouldn't listen to them or pay attention, and now you're feeling like, shoot, maybe I should have given them a chance to explain themselves. And this right here is saying that on the inside, I think maybe they contacted you or you contacted them and you guys made some sort of connection or were able to talk, and you're feeling this like excitement. Now, on the other hand, it could be that you're tired of them and you've decided you're going to go out and party and meet new people. So we'll see what the rest of the cards say. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be into your childhood, and you have the Justice card. So Justice card is very much like it says, finding the truth, figuring things out, trying to understand, you know, both sides of the situation and then go from there. Now, the Justice card, I always read this distant past card together for singles and anybody looking to reconcile because, you know, it's important that you, for most of you, this is not the person you're looking to get back together with. And it's definitely something that we all need to either remember the good and bring that to this month. There's a reason that it's coming up for this month. Or you need to not repeat old patterns. Now, this is about cause and effect and absolute. So at some point in your life, I feel like maybe you had an opportunity to get married or take an adventure and travel long distance to meet a lover or something here, and you made a choice to or not to, and it changed a lot of things in your life. This Justice card is about making decisions, and some of you right now are coming in going, okay, the reason I'm having this exterior of I'm very wise and I'm paying attention, I'm being very calm, is because you made some decisions in the past that maybe you regret or you think about, and you can't go back and change those things, and you understand that. So now you're looking forward into, how do I make things happen without having the consequences? Some of you had dire consequences. Some of you, you know, left a partner for, maybe you had a very solid, grounded partner and you left that person for something that seemed a little more fun and it didn't work out in your favor. It's almost like greener pastures, and not that you took them, but other people could have taken them too. This is also about a marriage that failed, because Justice is about marriage or the institution of marriage or some type of, you know, heavy relationship. So at some point there was a divorce here. Maybe you saw your parents get divorced, but there's something that's making you feel very kingly, like paying attention, balance, moderation, etc. But feeling giddy on the inside. You just don't want to get too giddy because you kind of feel like you've been through enough, and you're not going to put all your eggs in one basket until you know it's the real deal. The next card you have is your immediate past, so the past few weeks, past month or two. All right, and you have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is somebody who is keeping themselves imprisoned in their own reconnaissance. So nobody else is doing this to you, you're doing it to yourself. This is generally somebody who can get out of a situation and chooses not to get out of a situation. This is about self-doubt, confusion, you're imprisoning yourself, you know, this is about control. Like this lady here, right? She could walk out the front door, but instead she's going to choose to jump out the window and fall into the knives. No, like you can get out of the situation if you want to. So if you're single, there's something here you're not paying attention to. Either it's a person that you've been overlooking that you're not paying attention to, or you're doubting the whole dating process because it's just become a negative ball of crap and you're feeling very, you know, like I said, you're not feeling like you're meeting people. It's feeling more of the task that I was talking about with the Ten of Wands, and you're done with it. You're either like, I'm going to stop dating, I'm over it, I'm getting out of that, or I'm going to continue, but you're going to have to get out of this lull of, I'll never find anybody, you know, it's out of my control. This is all, because it's very confusing. It almost feels like you're confusing yourself. Like you're in a position here where you know what to avoid and you know like how to get past that. And you know what you want with this Ten of Wands, but you're making it it's almost like engulfing your entire dispatch of dating, if that makes sense. Like when you're meeting people, you're going out going, well, this person was rude to me and this person lied to me, and this, instead of turning it around and saying, look, go out there, put your best foot forward, put the positive spin on it that you're going to find somebody amazing, that you want to be off the dating site, and go for it. But instead, it feels like the past couple of weeks, you've been, you know, doubting everything about it, doubting yourself, feeling like it's something that you've done wrong, and none of that is the truth. You just need to flip it into a more positive aspect. But coming into March, that it makes me feel like you have. Like maybe you met somebody finally that's making you feel a little giddy, but you're going, whoa, whoa. Like I'll feel giddy on the inside, but outside I'm going to be calm, cool, and collected like Libras normally are. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is like very much you imprisoning yourself in this situation. If it doesn't feel good and you don't want to be in it, get out of it. I know, easier said than done. I know, it is not that easy. Trust me, I have been down that road a few times, and it is not that easy. I get it. But you are burdening yourself. This 10 of Wands, this burden is on you. If you did something in this relationship you're regretting or you're feeling guilty about, give yourself a break, forgive yourself, and move on. Look, people have done crappy things to other people, or have not done enough, or have not said the right things, have been mean, whatever. We all have done it. Unfortunately, we're human beings, and we can be not very nice sometimes. And at some point, you can either keep yourself accountable for that and forgive yourself and learn from it, or you can make yourself feel like crap every single day and not move on with your life. Now, if they did something to you and you're not ready, or you can't talk to them and they've been contacting you, then you know what? If there's a connection there and you still like them, then let yourself go and let it happen. Let it flow freely. You have the choice here. The 8 is saying, look, you've kept yourself in prison long enough. Make some changes here. The next card you have is your your distant future. So over the next few weeks, next month or two. So this is, generally probably through like May or so. And you have the Queen of Wands. What is going on with me today? You have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is amazing energy. This is where you're building up your confidence. This is where you're feeling better about yourself. The Queen is somebody who has confidence. Their ferocity is amazing. They're feeling fierce on every level. And very attractive, very sexy. So a lot of you Libras have been in this lull. If you're single, you've been feeling like nothing is working out for me. It doesn't make sense. I can't seem to win. But you're changing your attitude about this. This is like passionate, creativity. This is enthusiasm. Again, a ferocity that is your self-confidence is coming out. So here you're being very calm, cool, and collected. But I feel like you realize if you stay in this slump here, you're going to be burdened. You're going to feel stuck in the everyday ho-hum of dating. So you're going to start shining like this. You're going to start coming out like, hey, you know what? I'm a good person. I'm a good person to be in a relationship with. I have redeeming qualities. I'm not going to be held down because people have lied, been disingenuous, because maybe I've been on 10 dates and not one of them have worked. And hey, by the way, I've been there too and done that. And it doesn't feel good. It definitely makes you feel like you're like, what is going on? Like, why even be on a dating site if all you want to do is BS people or play games? But the Queen of Wands is saying, after all of that, you're coming out of it feeling sexy, feeling amazing, and feeling very confident. Whether you've met somebody that's making you feel giddy and now they're helping you build your confidence in that, or whether you're starting to meet a few people, change your attitude about it, and come out going, look, I'm fierce and I'm passionate about this, and I'm going to find what I want. Either way, you are going to find what you want. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, whatever this is that's imprisoned you, whether they did something to you or you've done something to them, you're going to get through it and you're going to come out in the end okay. This Queen is saying, look, here you are. You're coming back. You're feeling amazing. Now, you're an air sign, but you're going to be showing up as this fire sign because it's like, you're all of a sudden forgiving whatever it was that happened between you guys. Whatever it is that didn't work out, you both took part in it. You are both like going to be accepting responsibility for it and feeling good and feeling really good. Again, this responsibility or burden, I feel like it's not yours to bear anymore. Whether you get back together or not, you've got to wipe that clean and come out feeling really good about yourself. The next card you have is over the next few weeks and throughout the month of March, and you have the Knight of Cups. So this is definitely you feeling like you deserve something amazing. And for the first time, I think that you're going to be putting it out into the universe that you deserve something amazing. So, sorry, my allergies have been crazy. So I've been like getting stuffed up and whatnot during all these reads. The Knight of Cups is somebody who's dreaming, romantic, feeling fanciful. So whatever it is, even if you just met somebody for the first time who actually seemed like a true, decent human being, and you're single, this night is you building on that. That's you going, okay, I've met one or two people who actually seem like decent human beings. I could probably move on with this. I could probably date. I could probably figure some things out. Or again, it could be one person who's making you feel very giddy, and then your confidence is just building, building, building. Because the Knight of Cups is about whimsy. It's about dreaming. It's about believing in something bigger than yourself. So I really feel like if you haven't met somebody, you're going to be meeting somebody. And again, this completion is going to come in. You're going to be feeling like, hey, holy crap, this might be somebody that can get me off of this dumb dating cycle. So something flipped here for you, Libra. Even it's been like a low, 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 low. And now, boom, you met somebody, you were introduced to somebody. Something's going on that's changed your thinking in dating or the existence of somebody being a mutual partner for you. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you being dreamy as well. But I'm starting to think, I hate to say this, but I'm starting to think it may be you feeling whimsy about somebody else. So I don't know if they cut ties with you and now they're coming back like, hey, and you're listening and you're like, I understand, but I'm kind of excited about like dating again. I'm kind of excited about meeting somebody else, but you feel the burden of like hearing them out or listening because you don't want to be rude. But at the same time, you may just be like, look, we had that connection. I just don't know if it could work out. Now, on the flip side, there may be communication that you've been waiting for or they've been waiting for. And you guys are feeling like, hey, there's a possibility we can make this happen. And dreams really do come true type of attitude. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month that you're going to experience. Could be the first day, could be the last day, could be the beginning, middle, for an hour or 2 hours. And you have the moon. So you could be dealing with is some sort of mysterious type situation, because the moon is thinking that somebody is one way and then finding out that they're a different way, and not in a bad way. You could be thinking, so if you're single, you may be like, hey, I thought this person was just a friend, or I didn't really think they were interested in me, and now they're putting it in like tenfold heavy, and that's where this excitement is coming in, because they're finally going to come out and be like, well, we've been dating on and off, you know, a couple times. I really like you. And you're like, whoa, I didn't think you liked me at all. Like, you barely talk to me, or you ask me out like once a week. And I'm just used to people hitting me up more than that if they like me. And they're just kind of like, well, you know, I do things my own way. Now, this is all about dreaming, but it's also about illusion. So you may realize that one or two people you're talking to are that red flag energy, and you're learning to deal with it. In fact, Libra, it feels like you've been learning to deal with it a lot lately, and that's where the haste comes in on the dating in general. But the moon is all about understanding that, like, what you see is not always what you get, but not in a negative way, because I know that can come across as seeming negative, but this is almost like you thinking that somebody's being dishonest with you and they're not. So at some point, somebody may like, you may think, hey, I thought they really liked me, or I really liked them, and then you find out that they did, or something came up. It's a confusing energy here, because the moon is either A, you're single and you meet somebody and they're not what you thought they were, they're even better, or they are exactly what you thought they were, and you know, you were dreaming them up as somebody else. So you may come across somebody who you thought was going to be a good fit for you and they're not, or you may come across somebody that you didn't think there was really anything there, and there is. But again, this could be very, you know, I mean, it could last for an hour. It could be maybe they don't call you back for a day and you're like, wait a minute, you know, what's going on now? So just don't be paranoid about it, because the moon can symbolize being paranoid or thinking, you know, fancying this dream about something that's not really there yet or coming into fruition. Now, the moon's also Pisces, so you could be dealing with Pisces or a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So if you're looking to reconcile, this definitely tells me beware of the illusions. If they're coming back and they're saying, hey, everything's wonderful and I really like you, and maybe you've been trying to contact them for a long time and they've ignored you, or if you heard through the grapevine that they've been dating a lot, watch out for that. But on the other aspect, like I said, it's about dreaming. And the Knight of Cups is too. So the moon could be you're over the moon because you never thought you'd get back together with this person. You never thought you'd hear from them, or you never thought if you reached out that they'd talk to you. So there is a possibility something could come from it. I'm very torn on yours. And most reads this month have been pretty cut and dry, whether reconciliation is a positive or a negative. But yours is kind of all over the place. The next card you have is anything internal that you're going to be feeling that, again, could be in the beginning, middle, throughout the month, 1 day, 1 hour, and you have strength. Now, this is Leo's card, and so you've got Leo here and a Pisces showing up. Leo is a fire sign, which in the future, you've got a fire sign card, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. Now, This is strength. So if you're single, this is saying, I have perseverance to move on. I can find this inner strength and meet somebody amazing. I can get out of this, you know, dysfunctional dating world. This is you believing in yourself, but also having patience and balance within that as well. The strength card is a very good card to have, because this is saying that you have self-belief. And this is screaming, Libra, that a lot of you have not, because you have these cards that are building you up. This tells me that a lot of you have just felt like dating is not for you, or I'm never going to find anybody anyway, so why the hell am I trying? But the strength is like you going on. And again, it could be that you met somebody that made you feel excited. Now, they may be the one or they may not be the one, but either way, it pushed you into a momentum of, okay, I'm not doing this for nothing. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is you having the strength to move on if you need to move on, or the patience to deal with whatever's going on here. Now, the King of Cups could represent dealing with somebody who maybe had a drug or alcohol problem, and that's why you're seeking counseling. Because the King is a very, it is a card of peace, wisdom, seeking counsel, whether it's from a counselor or from other people. And so the strength is telling me, look, if you really want this to happen, then you will have to be this calm, cool, collected energy and have the strength and patience to see where it goes. If you don't want it to happen, then you need to have the strength to get rid of the burden and move on. The next card you have is any hopes and dreams for the outcome of March. Now, Three of Swords always concerns me, because the Three of Swords is about despair, pain, heartbreak. However, this is an internal card. So this is telling me, once again, Libra, how come these cards of you internalizing things and creating the negative aspect are coming up? Instead of getting really good air sign cards, since you're an air sign, you're getting these cards of you having self-doubt, not believing in yourself, you know, self-imprisoning, to now here where you're fearing heartbreak. So if you're single, don't go back into this. Don't go back into this. We'll see what your outcome is, and then I'll clarify them as well. But don't go back in. It's like, okay, Libra, you guys are not very emotional on every aspect. You're emotional, but you're not up and down like a water sign, right? You're not, oh, everything's wonderful, everything's terrible, everything's wonderful, everything's terrible. But you're kind of coming in like that, because this is telling me that towards the end of the month, you're feeling like maybe this person you liked is showing a different side of themselves. And you're like, whoa, it was all an illusion. And now here we are back to square one. But don't do that, because the future is showing this confident, sexy, enthusiastic, passionate person. So just hang in there. I know it's been a bumpy ride. I know that it has been tough. I know it has not seemed like it's going to work out for you, or it's a never-ending cycle of just crap to weed through. But it's not that way. So don't start with this energy, because that's only going to crush you further and delay really good things you have coming for you. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is heartbreak, pain, despair, and that right now would tell me that I don't think this reconciliation is going to happen. I think it's a burden you've been bearing for a long time. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive them. Whatever happened here, you have to make amends and move on, because this despair and heartbreak, it feels like it's just going to continue. It feels like these dreams that you have are somewhat of an illusion. They may not be a good person. And like I said, there may be something here that, like, you had to be strong in situations you didn't want to, and nothing's changing, and you're imprisoning yourself in the situation when you could walk out the door and go. Again, easier said than done, but this card coming up tells me I think it may be time to cut that cord. The outcome for the month is the Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles. So that's actually a very positive outcome. This is about weighing, you know, two sides of everything, about weighing the good and the bad, about making choices, making decisions, but making decisions that are good for you. It's about priorities, balance. It's about change. So if you're single, you're putting yourself first. I'm going to say that, Libra. This month, it feels like you're starting to put yourself first, which you needed to do for a long time. But you also need to grasp the fact that you're a really good person, and that even though the dating hasn't worked out for you, for a lot of you, it's not you. It's not, this can't be a reflection of you. You can't carry this attitude. You need to carry this attitude where it's about changing things you can change and accepting the things you can't change. Knowing that there's a balance here, and priorities too, because I feel like a lot of you have spent a lot of time worried about the priority of dating, or that you're not complete if you don't meet somebody, or there must be something wrong with you if you don't meet somebody. And that's not it. You've been putting that burden on yourself. You've been imprisoning yourself in that. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for clarifying cards as we speak. But the Two of Coins, or Two of Pentacles, is about you know, about changing the things you can, again, and making it a priority when it's necessary to be a priority. But this is about balance. So concentrate on work, concentrate on friends, concentrate on other things besides the fact that, you know, that dating hasn't been going as well. Like, this is saying that somebody may come in, and so you may be able to, I'm knocking cards all over the place here, you may be able to find that balance. And there may be somebody who comes in and you have that change coming to you. But it's definitely very, very positive to get the Two of Coins as your outcome, because that means that you're changing your attitude, you're changing maybe even the way that you're going about dating or the way you're meeting people. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is about priorities and balance as well. And so this is saying, look, you know, you have to decide. Are you putting yourself first? Are you putting this other person first? Or, you know, do you need to make big changes in order to have some sort of balance in your life? You're figuring things out a lot this month, Libra. It's like you're figuring out, where does love take a front seat? Where do you balance it? What type of person do you want to meet? And if you're looking to reconcile, it feels like you've been dwelling on this for a long time, and it's time to make a change. Maybe move on to something better. Stop bearing this responsibility. I know that you guys are going to hate the fact that I said with that 10 of Wands that it could be that you did something negatively in the relationship. But look, everybody says they didn't, or we always point the finger, including me, and yet we've all done, said, you know, thought things that we shouldn't have, and therefore nobody is ever not guilty at one point or another for, I mean, unless, you know, you're brilliantly perfect, which if you are, I apologize for suggesting otherwise. But there's something here that you have not let go of. I mean, I even feel like it's like you had a fight with somebody and said things that you regret, and now you're trying to figure out ways to make amends. And right now, Libra, it feels like you just need to concentrate on you and what's going to be best in your life. Now, you have the 10 of Cups, which is your clarifier for the outcome. And I think that's amazing, because the 10 of Cups is about peace. It's about family. It's about joy. So I'm going to start with reconciliation. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you've spent enough time on this person, and unless they're going to give you what you want, which is that peaceful love, you know, it doesn't have to be family, it doesn't have to be marriage, whatever, but unless you really feel like you could find that peace with them, then I just don't know that it's going to be for you. And I really think you need to concentrate on yourself. Now, if you're looking, I keep pulling cards and like 2 or 3 are popping out at a time. Oh, not now. And that one's death. So if you're single, the 10 of Cups is saying, look, you can have what you want if you change your attitude on dating, if you change the way you feel about yourself. This is very self-affirming. Libra saying that this month some things need to change within you, because you need to believe in yourself again. You need to have this confidence, and it's coming. And I'll tell you why. Because you got the Death card. So clarifying your Queen of Wands energy, this magnetic, passionate, this person that people love to be around. The Death card clarifies that perfectly. The card is not a physical death. It is changing, transforming, rebirth, beginning. So if you are single, something new is coming. It's either going to be that you're meeting somebody who's going to make you feel amazing. They're going to take you off the dating site. It's going to be this completion and something new is starting, or it's just a new solidified belief in yourself, worth, what you have to offer, and what an amazing person you are. If you're looking to reconcile, I think it's done. It's over. I think there's a completion here. And the Death card is saying, look, this is a rebirth of you. Now, it could be a rebirth of the relationship, but I really strongly feel, Libra, this month is about you finding you loving yourself, cherishing yourself, having confidence in yourself. That Death card to me is beautiful, because that's signifying a rebirth, a transformation within you, within your life. And I just feel like it's like, now's your beginning. It could be, I mean, it could just be now is Libra's time to shine. And for once, you're going to actually give yourself the encouragement, confidence, and belief that you've been needing and lacking for a while. So Libra, take care of you, please, this month. And yeah, you're amazing. I'll see you next month. Bye.